Okay, guys, today what we're going to do is something called mind mapping. We're going to take our notes from the monotheistic religions, and Ms. Kay and I are going to show you how to make a mind map of it. We want you to follow along this first time with us, and the next time you'll be doing it all by yourself. So first, we need to make the top. We're not going to capitalize the M because we are not reading teachers or ELA teachers. There we go. Now I got to capitalize them. We're going to create a section that labels the map. So the monotheistic religions. Now, if you recall, when we were doing the notes, we went over Judaism and we talked about what they thought about God, what they thought about what they had in their holy book. We thought about their practices and beliefs, their rituals. So what we're going to do is we're going to spiderweb off of this title, and you could either categorize it by religion, Judaism, Islam, Christianity. But the way my brain kind of works is since we had all these major sections, we're going to start by looking at the sections. So the first section we talked about was God. So we're going to spider web off of monotheistic religions of the Middle East and create a section for God.
I'm working on it.
That's fine. The kids will love our little commentary on the side.
Quit being so judgy.
Now, we had three names for God. We had one in Judaism.
Should I put Judaism? Does your brain work like that, or should I just put the three names for God?
Well, let's put the three names for God and under it in parentheses. No, keep your arrow. And let's put the three names for God and under
The three names for God. Thank
Everyone,
you, Miss Fish.
Thank you, Miss Fish,
Of course,
for your
of course,
assistance
of
here.
course.
God. And then maybe a branch off Yahweh, a branch off God, a branch off Allah. Big branch.
Thank you. I am very good at that.
So, and then.
And this is just a big G here, right?
Yeah, this is God. So, but how do we depict what religion each one goes to? So, why don't you draw a Star of David under Yahweh? The half moon, or the crescent moon. There we go. And the star.
That's all I can do for that. Sorry.
And then cross for Christianity. Because as we talked about in class, that's what all that's about. So we have God, Yahweh, and Allah. So this completes our first branch for God. Now we have about 6 other branches to make off of the top.
So we want to do holy books, yes?
Yeah, holy books sound good.
Whoa, I've never seen it that before. So one of the holy books that we want to look at is obviously the oldest, which would be Judaism. And that holy book is going to be the Torah. Actually, I don't like that. We're going to do this differently. And this is the way your mind map works. If you are in the middle of a mind map and you don't like where it's going, then you need to change it. Because this is your notes, the way your brain works, so that you can study easier and better. So for this one, I'm going to do off of Allah. What makes sense to me is to do the Holy Book here. And I'm going to put the Quran. Over here, off of Judaism, I'm going to put Holy Book, the Torah. And then here, off of Christianity, I'm going to put Holy Book, the Bible. Now, we can do religious practices and rituals. So we know now that the holy books are the Torah, the Quran, and the Bible. We use those holy books in religious practices at where? Where do we use those holy books? So I'm going to put an arrow to mosque. Wait, that's wrong one. Synagogue for Judaism.
Put over here off of Holy Book for Quran. We have a mosque.
And I'm going to put led by a rabbi. Over here for Holy Book Quran, I'm going to put, which we saw in ODR, a mosque. Led by an imam. And then down here, we've got Christianity, which is church, led by a priest
Or pastor. Yeah, that's good.
And your mind map may look differently than mine does. So you can also put little side notes over here if you would like that make sense to you, little bits that you think you need to remember. Like 5 pillars, maybe.
And
Over
then,
here you might want to do prophets
or important people.
or important people.
Because Christianity, their important person's not a prophet, so maybe
That's
important
true.
people, and then you can list the
Moses.
prophets.
Whoa.
That's not Moses, that's a
I
big...
highlighted. So, Moses. Did it again. Stop.
The insanity?
Maybe Moses just wants to be yellow.
Maybe he does.
He's like, I am special. Please highlight
Don't they
me.
call him Mellow Yellow?
To his face.
That's something,
Okay,
something
and
different.
Muhammad. And then over here, I'm going to put a little, under the Christian area, I'm going to put Messiah. Because he's different than a prophet.
So, more page.
Do we need more page?
Always. So we've got the 5 pillars over here. I would probably go ahead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not going to do it for you. List what the 5 pillars are, because that's going to be important to know. And to know that they go with Islam. Why don't we make another branch off of the main topic, Ms. K?
Mm-hmm.
And because each religion has different groups, so we can branch down towards the bottom of the page for Christianity, Islam, and Judaism to talk about each one having different groups of people. She really likes to highlight.
How do I erase?
With the eraser.
Or I love you, Kyle. You're so much fun. This fish is very helpful there.
You're not letting her help.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're going to put our what?
Groups.
Groups. Perfect.
Hey, look at that.
Yay.
Erase
Even
part.
this K can learn. Okay, so groups.
And then we're not going to list them all for you, but we do want you to go ahead and list them on your mind map. So off of groups, let's just put our symbols. So off of groups, start David.
That's not right.
We're not going to mention Miss K. She left some highlight on there.
I think it's pretty.
And then maybe 1, 2, 3 under, because we talked about 3 different groups.
That's true, we did.
And then our sign for Christianity. I got you, Miss K.
Do you get that?
I do. Look at that.
Thanks.
First attempt. That's you got the eraser. You got the eraser going.
All right.
That's the eraser. I got you. Okay. Back.
All right. So that's Christianity. So we're gonna move over here to Islam.
I like it. It's beautiful.
I'm a good artist.
Impressive.
All right.
And then we talked about 2 groups
I sure did.
for Islam. Two groups for Islam. Okay. If you would have seen how daintily she was holding the pen, it was beautiful to get that too. So, in a nutshell, this is kind of how a mind map works. So, we've given you the outline, but when you look in your notes, you'll see there's several things we haven't added. So what I want you to do is I want you to go through and I want you to fill in the blanks because we didn't really talk about the holy days. We didn't talk much about kosher food, the holidays, baptism, all of these practices, rituals, holidays that each religion follows. So this is just kind of a starting point. So you can go in and kind of rearrange it before you get started how you want. That is if I tell you to watch this video before you get started. But I might not do that. And you're going to get to this part and be like, what is Mr. Smoke talking about? I'm already finished. But this is a starting point. We may tell you to watch this before you get started to get your own ideas, or we may just tell you to start at the beginning. You won't know until you get to this point. Okay, guys. I mean, how do we sign off? Do we just say goodbye, Miss K? Or
Bye!
do we sing a song?
You can not sing a song.
I guess we're just going to go then.
We're going to say goodbye.
Okay, well, if you need anything, don't ask. Other than that,
if you're in my class, you can ask.
We'll be across the room. So, the end.